The results are still coming in. Is that right, Frank?
Yeah, still coming.
Yeah, still coming in. We don't have a kind of a real picture yet, but I think you want to talk about the Liverpool booths. Yeah.
Not much to say.
But there's a bit of a swing, you know. It's more swing towards me in Liverpool. Now Liverpool, if anybody knows Liverpool, I last time had about 15% there. It has increased this time, and it's about 1,100 votes. It's still early. There are still many booths yet to be counted. And in the last 4 days of campaign, the Labor Party spent over $1 million to campaign negatively about me, and had ads on TV, on social media, saying that a vote to me is a vote for Peter Dutton, which actually did have an impact on some of our community groups, not all, but it did have an impact in an area that people don't understand much about the political process, and all people heard was Medicare is going to be cut if you vote for Dai Lee, who is linked to the Liberal Party. So that was what we had to face with. In the reality, obviously, being an independent, and I've said this, it allows us to, at the end of the day, whoever forms government and whoever the Prime Minister will be, it allows our community to have a voice and actually be critical and actually ensure that the policies that gets created in the federal parliament do benefit our community. If you're part of a party, you can never do that. You can never keep the government of the day accountable. That message got through to some, but the rest, like a large proportion in one particular area, all they heard was Medicare and Peter Dutton. But like I said, it's early votes, but this one booth in particular is a very Labor booth, but obviously there was a good swing towards me. So I just want to say a heartfelt thanks to everybody who put so much effort to come out today to help me, and I can't thank you enough. For those of you who've been there with me for the last 10 days, standing from 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock at night.
this morning.
Yeah, and you know, that's all outstanding. And of course, Frank, myself, there's Ugo, there's Samir who's not here, there's Rennie, there's all of those of you, I mean, I can't. Cindy, Gopal, over there behind. There's so many, too many to mention. But anyway, Frank, do you want to say a few words?
Yeah, sure.
Hi everyone. Obviously, the Dai Lee team's a very tight team. It's really just a bunch of local people coming together and taking on a multinational party. I want to say that whilst we were standing from 8 to probably 6 or 7, Leonard was probably sitting from 6 to 8 o'clock. Give Leonard a big round of applause. Leonard's a social media guy. I don't want to talk too much about the negativities because I think Dai Lee has done an amazing job over the past 3 years, and I don't want that to overshadow her achievements. She's been an amazing representative for our community. I think no one has talked Fowler, when I say Fowler and Fairfield on the map more than Dai. It's never been mentioned more than since when Dai got elected. And the reason for that is that she's championed our area, been a very strong advocate, fought for us, always putting our interests first. So I want to acknowledge her amazing, no matter what happens, her amazing achievement. And I think we should do that about what happened in the last 3 years, and we're very thankful as the first ever independent in our area. Thank you very much. Someone involved in a campaign, and I've been involved in many campaigns over a long time, I've probably never seen a major party target one seat in the way that they have. I have to say, it's borderline bullying. And this is coming from a party that prides itself and talks about women and talks about not bullying people. And many of you would see my social media posts, and I wasn't bullying, I was protecting, because I can't have members of our community, especially We're a small team, and you've got a multinational party that should be really ashamed of themselves tonight. They spent $1 million lying, deceiving our community. I mean, they took out national TV commercials. That's never ever been done before for a local seat. I have never seen that. I have seen parties against parties, but I've never seen a party against an individual or an independent. And we should never ever forget that. I think they have a lot to answer for personally, but we'll leave that aside. At the moment it's on a knife edge. Of course we want to recognise each and every one of you, because each and every one of you is a special cog in Daily. Daily only has 5 letters, but there are a lot more than 5 people behind her. And I know how much she appreciates everyone's effort, because this truly is a community effort. There's no doubt about that. So congratulations, Di, and a big thank you for everyone for letting us do this project.
Thanks, Glenn, and of course, special thanks to my family, my son, who gave up 2 weeks of work to help me at pre-poll, fighting for his mum. My team trying to hold office, fielding inquiries and helping constituents while I'm out there campaigning. Thank you. Without your work and ensuring that the office runs smoothly, I would not have been able to concentrate, my fight for our community. So let's wait for the rest of the results. But I know that I think there is an indication of, like Frank says, it's a knife edge because of the negative campaign. But I believe quietly, confidently, that we'll just scrape through the line. But let's wait for the results. There was a very big pre-poll. Over more than half of the electorate, 65,000 people voted during pre-poll. More than that. So today, the 35 booths will probably go empty because most people went out voting the last 10 days. So, enjoy the food. Thank you to the team who organised the food for me. Thank you once again. If I can't name you all individually, know that I'm very grateful. Jenny in my social media as well. In the night time sitting through, and like I said, my team, Michael who's not here, helping me run the campaign as well, and Kevin Lamb. Coordinate everything, and of course there's, Dennis, there's Suli, there's everybody who's helped me. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Martina. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Spending the birthday handing out to me. Thank you.
Will be counted probably last. No, tonight. They're going to be counted tonight. But they're the booths where we stood toe to toe every single day with all the Labour Party shenanigans. But as we stand right now, there's still, I don't want anyone to get excited because we've got so long to go and we don't know where these votes come from. So it depends which booths they come from. So generally, to give you an idea, if it's closer to Cabramatta, it favours Labor. When it's further away from Cabramatta, it favours Di and our team, right? So I don't know where they're coming from. But at the moment, Di's preference vote is up. So she's doing better than last time, which is great. She's on 35.54. Two's on 37.64. But overall, Di is leading at the moment, 51.64 to 48.36. Very close. Only 15,000 votes have been counted. But once we get to about 50,000 votes, those percentages don't change that much. It's very hard. So the key is really going to be 4 pre-poll booths in my view. St John's Park, where about 16,000, St John's Park, Julius? Julius was walking the voters in with an umbrella when it was raining. You remember Julius? So we hope that that worked. Good tactic. We want dry voters and dry Daily voters. We're all done. And then there was Cabramatta pre-poll, which we think probably favoured them. And we also got Wetherill Park pre-poll, which we would feel would favour us, as would St John's Park. And then we also got Liverpool pre-poll, which we think is, at the last election they won it quite easy, but this time we think that we might end up coming even Stevens, which will be good. So let's see how we go. If everybody wants to, I'm happy to keep on giving you these results, but understand that it could be heartbreaking too. As much as what is very exciting, you've got to take the good with the bad, okay? So if you don't want to hear any results from now on, put your fingers in your ears when you see me holding the mic, okay? But so far we're ahead. Well done, everyone. A little bit more. We're 52.55 to 47.45. Again, we don't know which votes they are. We're hoping that these are the daytime votes. Because I'm confident about pre-poll. We've worked very hard at pre-poll, okay? So let's see how we go. And also, hopefully the posters will be last, and that will give a run home. For those that want to know the votes, Labor so far with 2 lead. When I say 2 lead, there's 7,089 votes for Labor. 2 lead would give more than 189. They're all the Labor voters. 789. Daly, 6,171. The big surprise are the Greens, 1,327. And the Liberals are starting to creep up a little bit more, 1,943 for those that, you know. And anyone that supports Family First, 71. But look, we just want this to keep going. Okay. Labor sitting on 38%, but Dye's leading at the moment by 52.47 against 47.53, which is a good result. So if we keep this going and try and get to 53, 54, then we'll get a little bit more confident, okay? Still very tight, a lot of pre-poll votes to come out still, okay? All right, everyone.